What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered. I'm Coach Jace. That's Coach Rob, as always. And my goodness, Coach, what a week of Major League Baseball we have had. But before we get to talking about it, we're going to do what we always do, and that's crack our drinks. I am on water today. I have not eaten yet today.
Eaten.
Eaten.
He hasn't eaten.
I have not eaten yet today.
He hasn't eaten, ladies and gentlemen.
I am fasting and then carnivore dieting starting Wednesday. But
I'm not.
Dude, what a week of baseball it's been.
Thank you so much for reminding me what I wanted to tell you earlier. I was like, all right, I wanted to tell you, but I was like, let me just wait till we start. Here's the difference between Coach Jace and I.
Oh,
Coach Jace gets off of work. You know, we're both former I was a high school baseball player. I quit my junior year. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. You played. You walked on at Nichols and all that. You know, good job. Here's the difference. Coach Jace gets off of work and he goes to the gym. Meanwhile, I got off of work, fed the dogs, and my fat ass sat on the couch and ate a pint of ice cream while me and him texted about what the fuck we were going to talk about.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. No, we're definitely, look, and then they marry each other. That happens. That happens, bud. That happens. Yeah, no, I literally ate a fucking pint of ice cream. Victoria called me. She goes, "How was your ice cream?" I said, "How do you know my fat ass was eating fucking ice cream?"
She pulled you up on the camera.
She pulled me up on the camera because I wasn't replying to her text. She was like, "Let me see what this motherfucker's doing." Oh, I also took an hour-long nap, too, when I got home.
But
So
you just did all the things.
I took an hour nap, grabbed my ice cream, and sat on the couch and waited on you to come over.
Well, you know, sometimes it just happens like that. But
it does.
Anyway.
It feels great.
What a week of baseball it's been. All right, we got all-star selections are out. We got 19 first-timers on the all-star teams this year. 19.
That's crazy.
First-timers.
That's a big number.
We got some guys that are back for the second time in a row and the second times in their careers. We got guys that's been there a few times. We got history-making catchers that we've talked about already in this league. We got the speaking of icing, the icing on the Hall of Fame career of a certain pitcher that happened over the weekend. Mr. 3000, he is in the elusive 3,000 strikeout club. Only 20 people are in that club right now. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer without a doubt.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw's a fucking dog, dude. I got to see him pitch in L.A. Bryce Harper roped a fucking double off him. You know,
that's probably all that happened.
Yeah, yeah, but this was whenever Bryce was playing for the Nationals too. This was back. This is before Manny Machado went. The year before Manny Machado went to the Padres.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I think Manny was
with the Dodgers.
Yeah,
he was the year they lost to the Sox in the championship. Chris Sale, slider, backdoor, back leg, and got him.
Sick.
We have some major bounce back candidates. A guy named Jacob deGrom is one of them. Ronald Acuna is back and better than ever. Jeremy Pena has made a leap that I don't think anybody saw coming this year to catapult the first place Astros in that division right now.
Also, Hunter Brown with Houston. Hunter Brown is fucking dealing with Houston over there, too.
What is he ever? We got the Marlins streaking right now. We got the Pirates who just got swept, but were streaking before that. You got the Blue Jays, who's arguably the hottest team in the league right now. You got Cleveland, which is a major disappointment. They're right up there with the Red Sox and with the Orioles right now for just what a disappointment they've been. And, Coach, last but not least, or two things actually, not last yet, we have a pitcher that hasn't thrown in over 630 days. He is back with the Brew Crew for the first time since September 2023, and he looked phenomenal in his outing. And then we got ESPN to cap this thing off. We will save that one for last. And what they did, their salute to the late, great Bobby Jenks, because what happened in the article that came out is totally unacceptable, but we're saving that for the end.
Well, ESPN also did another thing, you know, and I don't like to call out big companies that could easily just buy my house and tell me to move out of it. But they did they delayed the start of the All-Star selection show for MLB and had cornhole playing.
Yeah.
So, and they caught a lot of shit for it.
Yeah. Speaking of other things that, you know, is happening in MLB. We got the draft coming up next week.
Yes, we do.
Very
With
exciting.
that, I do have a question. Would you rather go first out of the 100 men to fight the gorilla, or last for Bonnie Blue?
Oh, I'm going first out of the 100 men to fight the gorilla.
I'm going last for Bonnie Blue.
No.
I'll be honest. I'm not fighting a gorilla.
Oh, I'll fight a gorilla.
I'll get fucking destroyed, dude. I'm not fighting a gorilla.
You might get destroyed, but that thing gonna be destroyed by the time you get to it.
It's destroyed when the first guy gets to it. I don't know what the fuck you want to talk about.
Anyway,
that's what I want to ask you, and thank God I just looked at it. Jacob Wilson made the All-Star team, and I was really hoping he would.
Jacob Wilson.
I know he's on our list of topics to talk about, and I was
Yes.
just thinking, I was like, did this motherfucker make the All-Star team? Because if he didn't, I'd be pissed.
No, he did, and in the fact that he made the All-Star game, he also created a little history. Let me get to my X
Twitter
bookmarks real quick.
brain isn't working as fast as it should. At least.
Him making the All-Star game did do a little something in A's history, and that is,
if you can find it.
No, I got it right here.
Okay.
I just got to, so I can see this. He is the first athletics rookie to start an All-Star game. He is the first rookie shortstop to win a fan election. He is the youngest A's player to ever start an All-Star game since Vida Blue in 1971. And he's the second rookie shortstop to start an All-Star game, along with the Orioles' Ron Hansen, who started both All-Star games in 1960. Wow, we had 2 All-Star games in 1960. That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
But anyway, lots of history for Jay Willie. And look, this is according to the Athletics Twitter page, so this is obviously correct. But, dude, what an accomplishment here, because what he's doing in the first year is unbelievable.
423 at bats and only 26 strikeouts. This dude is phenomenal, and I think he's also walked, I think, less than that. I think the last time I looked, he had less walks than strikeouts. Like, this dude swings the bat. He's aggressive. He reminds me of. I don't want to compare him to Tony Gwynn.
Okay,
I don't.
But you're going to.
But
you're going to.
It's a very good comparison because Tony Gwynn was aggressive in counts, and he first pitch fastball, you throw it to him, he swung at strikes. He wasn't worried about hitting a long ball. He wasn't worried about exit velo. He wasn't worried about fucking this and that. He was worried about just getting on base. I'm going to hit the ball 5-6 hole and get on base. Jacob Wilson is doing this.
Yeah, 20 walks for.
Okay.
So 26
Ks, 20 walks.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. In 423 at-bats, and he's hitting over 300. He's hitting 335. Please tell me how that happens. It has not happened. I was looking that, I was scrolling Facebook a lot. So just scrolling through and like Facebook, TikTok, I scroll through the reels on Facebook. And it always says like this lineup was unhittable. And it's like the fucking 98 Braves, right? Or the 2002 fucking Astros. Right. And you got 8 guys in your lineup hitting over 300. And now you look at lineups now, you're lucky if you have 1 or 2 guys hitting over 300 by this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not common anymore. It's like common sense. Common sense isn't so common anymore, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And but neither is a high batting average because everybody's trying to hit for power. Everybody's trying to draw walks and they're getting the pitch count up and this and that. No, Jacob Wilson's going up there. His fucking feet are moving. His bat's moving. He's ready to hit.
Dude, and the thing about it is not only is he hitting 335, that's not just first on his team. That's second in the entire league. All of MLB.
Yeah.
It's second. What he's doing as a rookie, just being the backbone of this team, this team has some very exciting players. We've seen Miguel Andujar come up through the Yankee system. He's kind of fallen off. He ends up here. He's kind of had bounce back last 2 years. You got Brent Rooker, who's a big power guy. You got Jay Willie over there doing his thing. And you got Lawrence Butler over there doing his thing. You traded for J.P. Spears and off season. You sign Sevy, who's going to end up getting traded because of everything he's been talking shit about here lately. But dude, this team, you got Mason Miller there for the next 5 years. Like, you have some exciting things happening in your organization on your way to Vegas, right? We're going to sit here hopefully 2-3 years from now, or maybe in a different spot, but be sitting on this podcast talking about where this team was now, the building blocks that it took to make Vegas so exciting for them when they came into town. And it's these young guys that's doing their thing. I mean, and this is part of it. I mean, this is a guy that's going to be on your team for the next 7 years, 8 years.
Is he considered a rookie this year?
He should be. I think he only got 28 games.
Yeah, he did have. I'm looking at it now. He had 20 games last year. He had 250 in his 28 games with a 314 on base percentage.
Only struck out 10 times and walked 8 times. Like, again,
yeah,
another thing where you just come out aggressive.
Yeah, like this year. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible what he's doing. He's on pace. We're at the halfway point pretty much, and he has 111 hits.
Yeah.
So if he keeps it up, the pace says 222 is what he'll finish, and I think that's close to Ichiro's record.
I mean, I don't see
I think
where
Ichiro at 230 something.
I don't see where it stops for him because he's just so good.
Well, yeah, and it's
Ichiro does at 262.
Oh, 262. Okay.
262.
Which is a shit ton.
Yeah, you're
getting on base every game.
That's one of those. I mean, that's you're getting on base more than once a game.
Amen. Yep.
But dude, that's one of those things where you look at it and you say, okay, what kind of records aren't going to be broken? That one, Cal Ripken playing in however many games in a row he played in a row, that'll never be broken. That'll never even come. Nobody will ever come close to that. No. Simeon's probably the closest to it right now because he's going 3 straight seasons without missing a game, and I don't even know if that's up for grabs this year for him.
Right.
But with these scheduled off days and needing a rest here, needing a rest there, we're never going to see that Iron Man record be broken of Cal Ripken. We're never going to see Mo Rivera's closer record, saves record be broken. We're never going to see Ichiro's record be broken because base hits isn't what MLB's looking for.
No.
So until that changes, until it's not how many doubles and your slugging percentage is what everybody's looking at nowadays. How many extra base hits are you getting? That's what teams and organizations value. And until that changes, we're not going to see these hits, come close to where they were at one time.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about, do you think that you could do the Cal Ripken streak with your scheduled off days at work? Do you think that you could go? Like, because you got to think about it, this is their job. Like, this is them going to work.
Yeah.
This motherfucker went to work for, what was it, it was over 2,000, wasn't it?
It was something silly.
What is Cal Ripken's, what's that stat?
Record. Let's see. 2,632 straight games.
Do you think you could go to work 2,600, what is it, 32?
Yeah.
To 2,632. Do you think you could go to work and for 2,632 straight work days, not call in sick, not go on vacation, do shit?
No.
You know what I mean?
But there's a big difference, though, right? You're playing now. I get your training in the off season, but you're also taking quite the amount of vacations. I mean, you
can afford them.
But most seasons, most team seasons end at the end of September, and you don't kick back off until February. So you got October, November, December, January to do whatever, mid-February to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And so it's not like they're in the work
like
every
the teachers
single
that are off right
day.
Now.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not in work every day. But just to put it in perspective of how many games this is, this streak began on May 30th of 1982 and ended September 20th of 1998. That's 16 years of not missing a game. Most people do not play 16 years. So this record will never
Most people don't work 16 years.
Exactly. This record will never be broken. And if you want to know who's second, who he surpassed, it's Lou Gehrig. Coach, take a guess at Lou Gehrig's record.
1,000.
Nah. Double it.
Double it and give it to the next person?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I got it in front of me. So 2,130. So this is 502 games more than what the previous record was. This is an untouchable. This will never be touched ever.
And that was back whenever they fucking used to eat hot dogs and smoke cigars in the dugout.
Yeah. Back when, you know.
Back when Babe Ruth was hitting 75 mile an hour.
He did it on hot dogs and beers, you know?
Yeah, 75 mile an hour junk balls being thrown.
And if it bounced over the if it hit in play and bounced over the wall, it was ruled a homer.
Off some guy named Whitey. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
Whitey Ford played for the Yankees, so there.
What Jay Willie's doing is unbelievable.
Oh, it's incredible, and he's 6'2", 190 listed on here. He's 23.
Yeah,
he's fucking 23 years old.
I know. So congrats to him, Coach. Let's go to the next guy because he is back, and my goodness, is he back in a big way? Ronald Acuna Jr.
Who's that? I have no clue.
You probably have his jersey.
I do actually. Yes,
yeah.
I do. I do have his jersey.
Ronald Acuna Jr. He's back. He's played in 40 games. He's hitting .331, 9 homers, an on base plus slugging of 1.011, and will compete in front of the home crowd in the home run derby and
ATL Hope
play in the All-Star game. So good for Acuna to see. Baseball is better when Acuna is healthy and playing this way.
Yeah, same thing with Mike Trout. When Trout's healthy, it's great for the game.
This is one of the most electric players in baseball. I mean, he's going to hit for average. He's going to hit for power. He's going to showcase all the fundamentals on the field. He's got a big arm in right field. He's got a great glove in right field. He's going to steal you a base. He's going to beat a throw out, beat an infield single out. He's going to just do all the things the right way. He plays the game hard. He plays the game fun. He's got the unbuttoned jersey. He's got the chains. He's got all the swag that you could want a player to have.
Yeah.
And he's like 26.
He's got the neck tat.
Yeah, dude is just an absolute star.
And they have him until 2029. And there's rumors. They're shipping him out.
There are those rumors. I don't like them. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'd be a huge mistake because he's on like a 6-year, $100 million deal, which is one of the best bargains in all of baseball, or an 8-year, $100 million deal.
He's getting 12.5, I believe. 12.5 a year.
Yeah,
you're paying nothing for him.
Yeah, it's something super silly for
not
a
even
guy
close to what he's worth.
Yeah, for a guy of this caliber.
ACLs are made out of fucking rubber bands.
Yeah, well,
but
I think wasn't it the same one?
No, it was the other one.
Oh, he tore two.
He tore his left one. He tore his left one in 2021 whenever they won the World Series. He tore his right one this year or last year. Fun fact: Aiden Hodges said that he would give his left nut, possibly also his right one, to have Paul Skeens and the Orioles come trade deadline.
Ooh.
So
that's okay.
Orioles ownership, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but I got a buddy that's willing to give some testicles away.
Yeah, but that
they do work. He does have a kid.
That conversation, if you're the Orioles and you call the Pirates and you say, what would it take for Skeens? The Orioles are going to respond with, it starts with Jackson Holliday, Gunnar Henderson, and Kobe Mayo, and they're going to be like, yeah, fuck you, go to hell. Because no.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. It's not happening.
It's certainly not happening.
No.
But that would be absolutely electric. I do agree.
Yeah, it would. It would put them in a big way. He needs to either go somewhere with an offense or the Pirates need to build an offense. But anyway, we're not talking about him. Yes, Acuna. The most exciting part for Acuna to me is getting to participate in the Derby at home. And he's going to get up there. They're going to give him a fucking standing ovation. And he's going to proceed to hit proceed. Okay. He's going to proceed. Called me
out on it a couple times, so I got to get you now.
I know. He will proceed to hit what only one person in this world calls calls them what was his damn name? Coach Kent Murphy. Shout out to Coach Kent Murphy for naming it this. He's going to proceed to hit 500-foot dick slaps.
Okay.
And he, I don't think he'll win it, just because. I mean, you got him, Byron Buxton, Kyle Riley, and James Wood. James Woods. Is it Wood or Woods? I think it's Wood.
Yeah, James Wood.
Yeah, he is also participating in the Derby. There are only 4 guys listed as of right now. And Derby is Monday?
Yeah, we'll have a full slate of players, obviously, but
Yeah, Derby is Monday, though, I believe.
Yeah.
Next Monday. 12th? Is that right?
Yeah, on the 12th.
Okay, perfect.
I'm really trying hard over here to pull up this one stack, but I cannot get it.
What are you trying to pull up, bud? Because I might know it off the top of my dome piece.
You won't.
You sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Is it how many chucks could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
No, it's not quite that.
Because a woodchuck could chuck wood. I don't fucking know.
I'm trying to use StatHead here, which is a great website, to compare Jeremy Pena, full-time shortstop in 2023 versus 2024 to now, because the leap that he has made has been absolutely ridiculous.
So you know what I do have pulled up? I do have Baseball Reference pulled up.
Well,
I know you want to put the two side by side, but I mean,
do his on MLB.com. Just type in like on Google.
Why on MLB.com and not?
Because this is a lot easier to read than Baseball Reference. If we could get that pulled up for everybody.
Oh, you need me to? Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Just type in like Jeremy Pena stats and do it on MLBs, because this is an insane jump that this guy's had, and it has just propelled the first place Astros into first place. And he's out right now. He's got a little rib fracture. Should be coming back in the next couple of days. They might hold him off to the All-Star break and give him a couple extra days.
Well, he's projected to start All-Star game.
Well, yeah, he won the starting vote.
He won the starting role.
Yeah. He won the starting role, but that don't mean that everybody's gonna do it. But now we're gonna get this up here on the board for you to see, so that way we can.
All right, so I got them pulled up.
Scroll down just a little bit. Right, keep going.
Right there. Okay.
Career stats
for Jeremy Pena. This is on MLB.com. You can look it up. This is public information. This is the leap that he's made. I mean, look, 2023, he scored more runs.
Well,
I'm sorry, in 2024. Well,
season's not over.
That's right. I'm sorry. Well, dude, I mean, he's on track to have his career high in hits. Career
high in homers, career high batting average, like everything.
Career high in at bats for sure.
Yeah, everything is ticking up for him, and it's so cool to see. I mean, he's gonna blow past
the shortstop, bud.
I'm telling you, dude, he's gonna blow past his hits total as long as he comes back healthy. Run total is gonna be completely shattered. Total bases shattered. Doubles, he'll probably end around the 30 mark, 35 mark, so probably win that. Triples, he's not a big triple guy, obviously. Homers, he'll be near that 22.
He's fast as fuck, though.
Yeah, he is, but that park doesn't play big because you got the
short porch in left, and then you got. I wish they still had the hill.
I know, with the pole in the middle.
Yeah.
It was a great time. But, dude, this is what I want to talk about right here. Look at this. Look at this number right here.
I can't see what you're pointing at, bud.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not sharing it. 322 batting average. Compared to his last few years, you go from, as a rookie, 253, which is really solid for
a rookie to hold down the spot for Carlos Correa.
Yeah, you're taking over for Correa. You do that. You hit 22 homers. You doubles is up there. You're doing all the right things. You struck out a lot, but what's awesome about this is we're seeing strikeout numbers come down. Average goes up.
Yep.
Everything else is pretty much right on cue. His hits totals, he'll blow past that as long as he comes back healthy this year in the next couple of days and can stay healthy throughout. He'll get to 180, 185-ish, somewhere around there. But, dude, the rest of the numbers are so unbelievable because this is a top-of-the-order guy in front of your Altuves, in front of a struggling Yordan Alvarez this year. You're down Kyle Tucker, right? You traded him in the offseason.
Right.
You don't have Springer anymore for a few years. You don't have Correa for a few years now. Your pitching staff, you mentioned at the start of this thing, what Hunter Brown has done this year. My goodness, the leap that guy's had. We could put him right here on the board too to talk about what a leap he's had. Framer Valdez is really doing his thing.
Josh Hader.
When
they need to close the game out, Hader's coming in and he's fucking Hader. He's lights out.
Isak Paredes has been really good for him.
We didn't like that. We didn't like necessarily the trade.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason we really didn't like it is because we wanted Bregman to stay in Houston. Or I did, at least. I would have loved to see Bregman stay in Houston, but then bringing in Isak Paredes just kind of solidified. All right, they're getting rid of him.
And Cam Smith. I mean, both infielders. You had Jeremy Pena there. You got Altuve there. You tried him in left field. Didn't work. Put him back in second pretty quick.
God,
but you did put Cam at the right field spot for a little while, and Cam has been really good in his rookie year too. So Christian Walker got off to a kind of a slow start. He's bounced back in a good way for him here recently. But, man, this team has not missed a beat. You want to talk about a winning culture, you can get rid of the Verlanders of the world, the Scherzers of the world, the Correas, Springers, Jordan's having a bad year, Kyle Tucker, Martin Maldonado, who was never really an offensive catcher but was just the plug of that pitching staff kind of guy. And you get rid of him, and they don't skip a beat, and this team just keeps going. And this right here, this guy, Jeremy Pena, is the key for me this year.
Yes.
I mean, this is a absolute star-studded all-star. Like, as you just said, he got the fan vote to be the starting shortstop in the American League side, which says a lot because that American League side is strong.
It is. Are we good with this for right now?
Yeah, so good with Jeremy Pena, but I wanted to give him his flowers, obviously. And then let's see what we got next, Coach. We want to keep talking players, or do we want to go teams here and what they've done?
I don't fucking it. We have so much shit to talk about, and we're not gonna get it all done today.
Let's just talk about team streaking here for a second. We can cover 4 through 6 here pretty fast.
People are streaking?
No, teams are on a hot streak.
The whole team is going streaking?
Yeah, hey, they might. You never know.
God, I wish we had the fucking Will Ferrell noise. Come on, everybody, we're going streaking.
But man, look, I'll tell you, some of these teams, you didn't see this coming. Okay, the Pirates got hot for a few minutes, and then we saw a typical Paul Skeens outing. Goes 5, punches 10, gives up nothing. 78 pitches for whatever reason, they take him out. 2 outs later, they give up a homer. They lose the game 1-0, and he gets a no decision. Poor Paul Skeens. Get that man out of Pittsburgh or give him some fucking offensive help.
4-7. I don't know if you saw this stat or not, but in in 5 of his starts, he's allowed 0 runs. In 7 of his starts, he's allowed 1 run.
Yeah.
And so it's 12 starts, right? I think he started 19 games total, which that leaves out 7. He's allowed 25 runs in all 19 starts and has a 4-7 record.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a guy that over his career so far, 42 big league starts. 42. He has a 1.95 ERA.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible.
It's unbelievable what he's doing.
And you can't get him a win.
Yeah.
He should have a 12-5 record.
I mean, yeah, he needs some. Really, he had one bad outing, and that was last week. We talked about it, or a week and a half ago, against Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers. We talked about them 2 going head up. He only went
Brewers are fucking back.
Yeah, he only went 4 innings. He only went 4 innings, and they're back.
My pick to win the Central, bud.
Yeah, he went 4 innings and gave up 4. Episode? But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it. Poor Paul. I feel bad for our LSU. Yeah, I really do, because he had no help.
What's crazy is they're last in the division, 38-53. Run differential is a -37.
Yeah,
you can't win ball games. If you need to give this guy run support. The Pirates are destroying Paul Skeens. Morale's got to be.
They're making it to where he's not gonna want to stay. And when the owner, and look, this is all on ownership because they don't want to spend money. We've already seen talks that Brian Reynolds he's up for trade bait this year. I mean, this is a guy that has a limited no trade clause.
Trade him to the Nats and go get Dylan Cruz.
That's not going to help.
Fine, trade him to the A's for Tommy White.
Now,
and some other shit. Jacob Wilson, throw that in there too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do that. But dude, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this Pirates team. Like they had a great run. They had a great week. They won 6 straight and then got swept.
Ooh, trade him to the Royals and go get Pasquatch. That way Cags has a place to play. That's not a bad trade.
That's really not a bad trade.
That's probably the first trade I've ever thrown out there that you're like, oh, well, yeah, go get Vinny Pasquantino to join that team, get some offense on the team.
And you give him a legit first base option for years in.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
The only thing that don't make sense about that would be the money that Kansas City would have to take on because he is in like a 6-year, $72 million deal, something like that, $82 million deal.
Yeah, and they still got to pay Bobby.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. So, no, Bobby's paid. He signed that big 12-year, $280 million deal or something.
No salary cap. You can come up with the money.
Yeah.
Charge $5 more per ticket. There you go. There's your money.
Yeah.
Pay him for years on end.
Pirates did their thing for a week. They got a fun week out of it, and then you got to see a Paul Skeens outing. Coach, this next team, the Marlins. Nobody saw this coming.
I still don't see it coming, but yeah, go ahead.
No. They're not going to do anything significant. But
they're in third place right now at 40-48 with their 12 games back in the division and 7.5 games back in the wild card.
Yeah, they're not doing anything in that division, not with the teams ahead of them. But again, another fun 2 weeks for them, right? You win 10 of your 14. You won 8 straight to close out June. I mean,
hey, watch out.
Well, you won 7 straight to close out June. You got the first game of July you won. I mean, it's a fun week for these teams that we didn't see this coming. All right. And the same thing for this other team, the Blue Jays. I think I had the Blue Jays finishing 3rd in the division. I think you had them finishing last in the division when we did our original stuff. This is or maybe 4th, because I think we both had the Rays.
They're leading the division right now. This is it. I would have never thought.
And they're not slowing
Bobby
down.
Chet's back.
And they're not slowing down.
Hitting fucking nukes.
George Springer, who we just talked about, is back. We're going to pull up some of his stats.
Yeah, here in a second.
In a bit. He's back. You're doing it without your big free agent signing in Anthony Santander. He's been out for the last couple of weeks with an injury. He's expected back in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Dude, a full resurgence in this team. The pitching staff has been phenomenal. This team's not showing any signs of slowing down. 8 straight wins, and they got the White Sox for the next 3 games, I believe.
If Santander comes back, I know I said it wrong. Yeah. I do it on purpose.
I know.
At this point, if he comes back and performs like he did with the Orioles,
44 homers,
buddy, it's going to be the Yankees. Look, they're 3-7 in their last 10.
Yeah.
All right, they're choking a little bit, right? But they got to win last game. Their run differential is still the best in that division at +95. I mean, they're doing Yankees things, but they're without Garrett Cole. Mm-hmm. That right there to me is at least 4, 5, 6 more wins.
And guess who else you're out now? Clark Schmidt just went down with Tommy John surgery yesterday.
Yeah, so Boston.
You're counting on Will Warrens of the world to do some things. You're counting on Stroman. He's finally back. He made his first start.
Now, Will Warren,
a week and a half ago.
Will Warren's pretty damn good.
Luis Hill hadn't. Is he out? I think he's injured.
I thought he was out too.
I think he's injured too.
So you're without arguably your 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah, and you can make a case for Clark Schmidt being a 3.
Being a 3, yeah.
Yeah. You're relying on Max Fried, who has been,
lights out.
Right now, he's a Cy Young.
Yep.
Well, no, he's not, because you got Tariq Skubal there. Right now, he's top 3.
That's back-to-back Cy Youngs. I'm convinced.
Yeah,
this motherfucker's good.
Yeah, he's so fucking good. You got 3 guys in the American League that's really making a case for their Cy Young. They're all lefties. They're all in this. 2 are in the same division with Garrett Crochet, who leads the league in strikeouts. Max Fried, who's doing what Max Fried's doing, and then you got Tariq Skubal there, who's 2nd in the league in strikeouts behind Crochet. Crochet only leads the league because he pitched yesterday or 2 days ago and took the lead.
Right.
So,
yep.
Once Skubal throws again in a couple of days, he'll take the lead again. But
yeah, do we want to talk about the team that they played against?
The team who played? What
Boston,
team are we talking
that Boston played against?
Okay, Boston.
Who'd they play against? Who did Crochet pitch against?
They played the Nationals. Yeah.
What did the Nationals do?
They got swept.
And then
they fired their GM and their manager.
Yeah. That's well. I was going to ask you if you wanted to, shed some light on that.
Yeah,
I don't know too much about the actual situation because, dude, there's got to be something more going on.
Yeah, there's got to be something more. Davey Martinez is a great coach. That he's getting put in a bad situation. You got a lot of young guys there, a lot of inexperience there. Mackenzie Gore has really come into his own this year for the first time. He's looked really good.
You got
He's
James
an
Wood,
all-star.
C.J. Abrams. You got
James Wood,
dogs.
James Wood, who has become just
insane.
I don't even have
Who's their
words.
center fielder that fucking climbed the wall like Spider-Man the other day?
Oh, dude, yeah, that was a phenomenal catch.
That was insane.
James Wood has just become an incredible talent. I mean, he announces he's going to compete in the home run derby and then goes 5 for 5 the same day.
Yeah.
Like an incredible talent. CJ Abrams, switch hitting shortstops there. DC, who's kind of done his thing. You traded for Nathaniel Lowe at first base.
Right.
You know, the only thing, I think Strasburg's $35 million comes off the books this year. So you got more money to play with.
Are they willing to go spend it?
Yes. Well, I mean, we heard rumors that they were in
Bring Anthony Rendon back.
God, we heard rumors that they were in the running for Soto. No, they weren't. I think they were going to go to 600 mil was their number, 650 somewhere around there.
Yeah,
they weren't going to get to the
I don't
sevens.
think Soto wanted to go back.
No, he didn't.
You know what I mean?
He was searching for the biggest number, and that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
He wanted the biggest number and his terms.
Now,
he wanted the private plane.
Now he did hit a decent amount of home runs in June.
He had. I mean, he was MLB's June Player of the Year. Player of the Month.
He had a hell of a June.
Yeah, he had like 327.
And we've been dogging him, and I will still dog him because he's not worth 765.
No, nobody ever will be.
No,
ever.
Now, again, I've said it once. Pat McAfee says it a lot. You're only worth what somebody's willing to pay you.
Oh, absolutely.
And if what is it, Steve Cohen? Is that?
Yeah.
If that stupid son of a bitch is willing to pay it, then hey.
So back to the national stuff. I mean, I agree with you. There's got to be something more. I don't think you do this. You know, you didn't have any expectation anyway. I don't think you get rid of one of the most highly respected managers in the league. His record's not going to show anything. So for all you out there, it's like, oh, his record's like 150 and 7 million. Yeah, I know. But look at what he's worked with.
Right.
All right.
The year they won the World Series, go look at what they were in May.
Yeah.
Because they were like
37 and 45 or something like that.
They were like a fucking 3% chance to make the postseason.
Yeah.
And they went on this heater and ended up winning the whole fucking thing. Howie Kendrick saved that season.
I mean, look at what this team's had and not retained. Strasburg can't really do nothing about that with the injury, right? Scherzer, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Howie Kendrick, Anthony Rendon. I mean,
Howie was a little older though.
He was, but
he was on his way out.
He saved.
He did.
I mean,
he did.
You've had guys there that you could have kept around. You're probably grateful you didn't keep some of them around, but nonetheless, you've had guys there that are still doing their thing today, except for Rendon because he can't stay on the field. I mean, Trey Turner, who we're going to talk about the All-Stars here in a little bit. You want to talk about a snub? Trey Turner leads the National League in hits, batting average, stolen bases, doubles. He's second in runs, second in triples, and he's third in OPS among shortstops. And he is not an all-star.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper, they're on the same team. They were on the same team at one point in Washington.
Yeah.
And now they're together.
How crazy would it have been if just the Phillies just turned into the Nationals and like I mean everybody went there.
It's just one of those things. Wasn't Schwarber with the Nationals too?
Yeah.
And Schwarber's with Phils now.
Wait. He was with the Cubs. And then
he was with the Sox for a year. I'm about to look up and see. I thought he was with the Nats. Maybe not.
I don't think so, but
maybe not.
No.
If he wasn't, it's fine.
Who's a Josh Bell? Josh Bell was there.
Yeah.
Blasting fucking dingers.
Yeah, that dude can hit, man. He's so much fun to watch.
Did you see Prince Fielder taking batting practice at some shit? It was something.
He was with Washington. Okay, that's what I thought. He signed with Washington and then got traded to Boston that same year.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was with Washington.
Yeah.
I'm not a complete idiot.
Well, me neither.
I mean, he wasn't there for long.
Me neither.
Anyway, look at what Davey Martinez has had to work
You're so
with.
Cute with your water.
Oh, thank you. Look at it's not Bud Light. Look at what he's had to work with. Aside from that, I can't really shed much light on it. I haven't looked too deeply into it because I don't like the move. I don't like it because you are a week out from the All-Star game. You're a week out from the draft. Now somebody else has to come in and figure out who you want to draft number 1 overall when you were a week away from that pick. That's kind of where I sit with that situation. But
Nationals owner statement. He made a statement.
Yeah, he did.
And it was from damn it. I should have pulled the shit up earlier. But wait. Got it. All right. So the Washington Nationals, this is on Twitter, on the Washington Nationals Twitter page. It says a statement from Washington Nationals managing principal owner Mark D. Lerner. Okay. He says the Washington Nationals today announced the replacement of longtime president of baseball operations and general manager Mike Rizzo and manager Dave Martinez, citing the need for a fresh approach and new energy. Washington Nationals managing principal owner Mark D. Lerner made today's announcement. This is the announcement he made. On behalf of our family and the Washington Nationals organization, I first and foremost want to thank Mike and Davey for their contributions to our franchise and our city, Lerner said. Our family is eternally grateful for the years of dedication to the organization, including their roles in bringing a World Series trophy to Washington, D.C. While we are appreciative of their past successes, the on-field performance has not been where we or our fans expected to be. This is a pivotal time for our club, and we believe a fresh approach and new energy is the best course of action for our team moving forward. That's the statement he made. I don't buy it.
No, there's something deeper happening there. It's got to be.
I don't want to say there's something deeper happening because I think that the GM and the manager, Dave Martinez, I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think anything. I don't think any allegations are going to come. No, I don't think anything like that. Right? No. I don't like the statement. I don't like the firing in the middle of the season. You played a hell of a game against the Red Sox.
And a week away from the draft.
Right.
Like,
with no manager.
Yeah.
This goes back to the Cleveland Browns.
No, they did name Miguel Cairo as their interim manager.
Did they really?
You remember Miguel Cairo, man?
Did they really? Yeah. I was thinking fucking Yonder Alonso. He used to fucking catch for him. He's on MLB Network. Fuck, he knows a lot of shit. Yeah. Who else? But who's out there?
I mean, at the moment, nobody.
I don't think anybody's going to be out there at the end of the season. Does Grady Sizemore get back into fucking coaching?
Yeah, but he didn't. Look at what he had in Chicago.
Well, he got that mid-season. They didn't keep him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, does fucking, what's his name? That used to be the White Sox manager. Way back in the day. I say way back in the day. Yeah, does Ozzie Guillen come back? No, not Ozzie Guillen. Was it? No.
That's right.
Ozzie Guillen, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of fucking, who's the guy from Texas? Not the Rangers, the college baseball. He might be dead now.
Are you thinking of Augie?
Yeah. Ozzie, Augie, yeah, same shit.
No, it's not.
It's not. But does Jay Johnson get a chance? Does he go coach the Nats?
All right.
Does he go coach the Nats with DC there?
Bold prediction. You heard it here first. This will come out tomorrow on the 8th. You heard it July 8th, 2025 at approximately whatever time you listen to this. Brad Ausmus is going to come back and be the GM or the manager of Nationals.
Does Carlos Beltran get another chance?
No, not to manage.
What AC?
No, he just signed a 3-year deal with the Sox.
Well, okay.
All right. So we don't know enough about the Nationals thing to talk about.
I just wanted to.
I do know a little something about a team that is absolutely choking its brains away, and that.
Did you watch any of that game?
Would be the Guardians.
Did you watch any of that game? Up 1-0. Yeah. Runner on third, bottom or top 9. Was it bottom 9? Top 9.
Top.
and a passed ball by the catcher.
Ball that should have been caught in the air.
100%. Ball that goes in the dirt in between the catcher's legs. He goes to drop and block. Ball goes right below his mitt. Goes to the backstop. Run scores. Tie game.
And then they put up like $1 million in the 10th.
And then the Tigers proceed to go 3-run shot, fucking solo shot, and put up. Yeah. I think the final was like 8-1.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this is how the Guardians have been with the Red Sox and with the O's,
and with Clase on the mound too.
Yeah,
you got Emmanuel Clase, arguably top 5 closer in the league right now.
Yeah,
and just
didn't.
It was. I blame that on the catcher.
Yeah, me too. But this is how the Guardians. I think they're sitting right now at 40 and 48. If you want to fact check that for me, real
40
quick.
and 48. Yes.
So they're 4th in the division.
Yep. 15 and a half games behind the Tigers.
Yeah.
Holy Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers are the best, arguably the best team in baseball right now. I think record-wise, they are the best team in baseball.
Let me fact check that real quick.
Look at win percentage. Don't look at wins and losses. Look at win percentage.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Guardians last 10 games, Coach. 0-10.
Yep.
5 shutouts. Guess how many runs scored in those 15 games?
15 games?
No, 10 games. 10 games. Last 10 games, they're 0-10 in their last 10. 15 runs scored total.
Oh, damn it. You gave it away. I just didn't know it.
Yeah. No, you gave it away. You just didn't know it. Because you said last 15 games.
Well, you said it first, motherfucker.
But last 10 games, man, what an absolute catastrophe this year has been. It started with the loss of the pitcher, Shane Bieber on the mound. You lose him early on with TJ. You know, Bobby's been really good this year.
Yep.
Clase got off to a bad start. He's kind of bounced back a little bit. Still hadn't been the Clase that we were used to last year.
Yeah.
That fucking cutter.
Tanner Bobby still there?
Yeah. He's been really good. But, dude, this is a team that has just absolutely choked away its chance of making the playoffs this year.
They're the Pirates. They're the Pirates of the American League Central.
Yeah, they're right up there for me, like I said already, with the O's, with the Sox, with the Braves. I knew the Braves would get off to a slower start because you didn't have Acuna. You didn't have who's the righty? Help me out here. Who's the righty on the mound?
On the mound, Strider.
You didn't have them two.
Dude, I'm so proud of myself right now.
They come back. Acuna's putting up all-star numbers. Obviously, he is in the all-star game. He'll be in the home run derby.
Yeah.
Strider's not putting up his numbers. He's having one good outing every 4 or 5. The team itself is just not looking good. You've had 2 pitchers go down with Tommy John already this year. Chris Sale's looking good, but, it's not the Braves that I thought that they would be. So, for me, that's my 4 most disappointing teams. But we're not talking about disappointing teams. We're talking about other stuff.
I want to talk about you just mentioned Acuna's putting up all-star numbers. Mm-hmm. What exactly are all-star numbers now? because
what a lead way into this.
Holy shit.
Yeah, what a lead way into this.
Dude, it's incredible how bad the fan voting is now. So and look, it was so you have Harold Reynolds, Yonder Alonso, and who's the guy in the middle? It's not Vasgersian.
Oh shit.
I can't remember his name.
I know, and we were both listening to it today.
Yeah. Anyway, he said that there needs to be MLB needs to pick top 3.
Yep.
At every position.
The day before.
And just not the day before. I think
he said he wanted to give a 24-hour window, 24 to 48-hour window to vote.
for voting.
Yeah, for voting.
But not the day before the fucking game and shit.
No, that's what he said.
Well, you need to go.
He said the Friday before the All-Star game to do it.
Man, I think you need to go at least a week to give the guys time to prepare.
No, I mean,
to make travel arrangements and shit. You might have,
but you
got a week-long break, and if you don't know, if you're not going to be an all-star and you're not going to the event or anything like that, fuck it. I'm going to Bora Bora for a couple days, dude.
I'm going to the Coons or something, Cancun's.
Yeah.
With everyone else that's going to be there.
Yeah.
All the other sports.
Yeah, everybody. I'm going somewhere.
Something.
I'm going on some vacation, get my mind off baseball for a little bit. Damn, I wasn't all-star this year. Like you cannot do it the day before.
Like a Jaron Duran.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta go like a week before. But open up a 24 to 48 hour window where everybody can vote. Or here's a fucking tip. Don't let the fans fucking vote. Don't let them do it. Because it's bullshit.
It's horrible.
I don't vote. Because we're into college baseball so much that by the time we get to MLB, it's almost a fucking all-star break and voting's almost over.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know what's happened, but it's still just...
My vote, I can vote for whoever the fuck I want. I guarantee somebody's not one vote away that they need me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you get 10 a day, so...
You get 10 a day?
Yeah.
I'm not voting 10 times a fucking day. I'm not doing it.
Man, look, it's one of those things where that's the right question. What is all-star numbers? Because we can talk about, you can make a full third all-star team with the guys that got snubbed this year.
I saw a TikTok or something, and I meant to send it to you, but it didn't. And it was all-star snubs. Like, they made a whole team.
And they're really good.
And it was a legit all-star team.
You get to start with Trey Turner, who, again, leads the shortstop National League side in hits, batting average, stolen bases, doubles. He's second in runs and triples and third in OPS. That's who you get to start with at starting shortstop.
Why is Julio Rodriguez an all-star?
Coach, you want to throw some numbers into the screen?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the Julio one because I don't. Let me just. Well, no,
we got to talk Javi Baez.
Got to talk Javi Baez because that's what you compare everybody to. But let me go
Julio's
ahead.
Julio's not starting; he's a reserve. Javi's the starting center fielder for the American League.
Okay, what's Javi's numbers? Well, never mind. I'm pulling them up. All right, pulling up numbers for y'all right about fucking now. All right, here we go. I'm trying to scroll on that. I got to go back to here. Okay. So Joe Adell got snubbed. He is not an all-star. Look, just look. I want you, if you're watching on YouTube, I want you to just pause it. Just pause it and look because this is fucking incredible. Yeah. Joe Adell is not an all-star. He's played in 7 more games. He has plenty of fucking almost 20 more plate appearances, almost 30 more plate appearances. Now Javi has 5 more hits, but Joe Adell has 19 home runs compared to Javi's 9. RBIs, Joe Adell has 52 compared to Javi's 37. Stolen bases 3-1. I don't fucking matter about it. Yeah. Batting average. Yes, Joe Adell is hitting 248. Okay, Javi's batting 280, which these are good Javi numbers.
No knock on Javi. He's probably going to win the AL Comeback Player of the Year, to be completely honest.
And I wish I'd have fucking picked him because I'd never seen this coming.
Well, he's got to beat out Jacob deGrom, who's having a Cy Young like season again.
Very true.
I mean, this is a guy that's going to be top 3 in that voting.
Yeah, but on base percentage is fucking higher. Slugging percentage is higher. OPS is higher. This is just what?
I mean, scroll back to it. I mean, let me see something. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things on this list being compared. And Javi takes 3 of the 12. Yeah. And again, this is all fan voting. This is, and things are going to change. There's going to be some injuries. There's going to be guys that don't want to play because they need the time off. And, Joe will probably get in there, or one of these other guys that we're about to mention and compare to Javi Baez. Yep. And again, we're comparing him to Javi because Javi is the starter in center field.
Adell did not get snubbed.
That's what I'm saying. He is the starter.
Yeah, but Joe Adell is an all-star?
No, he is not.
Okay.
However, Buxton and Julio are.
Okay.
But they're reserves.
All right, well, let's go to our other guy that got snubbed here. George Springer, we mentioned him earlier. I mean, the only thing Javi leads in here is fucking WAR.
By 0.3.
What is it good for? Yeah, nothing. We don't fucking know what WAR is.
I mean, look.
Wins above replacement. Again, okay. Don't give a fuck.
So, yes, that is what WAR is. For anybody that don't know the full definition of WAR, let me break it down for you very quickly, because here's the definition of WAR. If you took Javi out of center field and replaced him with another player, how many more wins would you have or less wins? They are predicting that the Tigers would have 2 more wins with Javi being their center fielder.
Whoop-de-doo.
Is what it is. And look, again, it's the Tigers. They're the best team in baseball right now. They're gonna have them and the Dodgers. They're gonna have the most, people in the All-Star game and All-Star
And
weekend.
Javi's the projected center field starter. We did the math earlier. He's only starting in
34%.
34,
34.4%.
34.4% of games of 75 games in.
Is it 75? I thought it was 80.
Well, it says right here that he's only played in 75 games.
Oh.
So you might have done that math wrong. So it's probably wrong. It's probably about 30%.
Yeah. Well, I got it off of MLB.com. So there's that.
Huh.
But regardless, just numbers.
No, just look, just read them. Just fucking read them. Plate appearances, hits. So games, plate appearances, hits, homers, RBI, stolen bases, batting average, on base percentage, slugging, OPS, and OPS plus. George Springer beats him 20 days out of the week.
In everything except,
and there's only 7.
Yeah.
It's incredible how.
I don't know.
Look, now batting average, Springer only has 281. This is why you should not let fans vote, because fans are biased.
Fans are biased, and
fans are biased.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Off the dome, bud.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know what to say about it. And you know what's going to piss me off even more is whenever we go to Julio. This is another guy. And
let's move on to Byron Buxton here.
Yeah.
So Byron Buxton, right?
He's a reserve. He is an all-star, but he's a reserve.
Oh, would you look at that WAR? Huh.
I mean, dude, look at this.
What is it good for? Byron Buxton. That's who he's good for. 3.3 WAR compared to 2. The Twins, listen to me. Byron Buxton is 100 times better than Javi Baez in the outfield. What has he done defensively? He's made a couple good plays, but he's an athlete. I had an argument with somebody the other day, and I don't want to mention their name because right now they're on my shit list. And this person said, you don't have to be an athlete to swing a bat. You just have to be coordinated.
Yeah, then you just show them the LSU football team going to going to Alex Box and trying to swing a bat.
I forgot about that video.
Yeah, just show them that video.
100%. I'll send it to him.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'll send it to him.
You're right.
Dude, I was fucking hot. I was hot. And then somebody asked us, are y'all arguing? And he was like, no, we're just having a discussion. I was like, no, we're fucking arguing because this is bullshit. You don't have to be an athlete to swing a bat. Okay, look, I'm not an athlete anymore by any means, but I guarantee we go to the fucking field, I'll strike your bitch ass out.
Yeah.
Right now.
100%.
Let's go. I am convinced. I can top out at 72 right now. And I do not know where it's going.
But you will strike him out.
But I will strike your fucking ass out.
Yeah. Dude, I tell you, look, it's one of those things where if you're not a lifelong baseballer, you just don't get it.
No.
Because this is not something where you pick up a bat, you pick up a ball, you start swinging, you start throwing, and you pick it up immediately. Now, there are some that can do that, a very select few.
But it's at a young age.
Yes.
And then they work to get better.
Yep. You
can always improve.
And the chances are the professional athletes that are doing it played at some level. You know, like your Jameis Winston's, right? That's a fucking athlete. Dude's a star. He played at fucking Florida State and played baseball at Florida State, you know?
Yeah.
Who's the QB? Russell Wilson.
Yep.
Got drafted by the Yankees. Yep. Like, that dude can pick up a bat and pick up a baseball right now and be really good at it.
Tim Tebow's a fucking athlete.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray's an athlete. He's a gamer too.
I mean, dude, it's just one of you can name
Bo Jackson.
You can name off a hand select.
Bo Jackson, the best athlete to ever grace any field.
Bo
Jackson could have scored 6 goals in a soccer game.
You just brought up Bo, and it made it click. Anybody that doesn't think that,
click like a mouse.
Show them Deion Sanders' video. That's it. Show them Deion Sanders' video. What's the hardest thing to do in all sports? He's going to say, pick up a bat and hit a baseball.
Yep.
The hardest thing to do in all sports.
There's an argument that goes around a lot, and it is, whether a professional football player can go and score points in an NBA game, right? And then vice versa, right? There's all those guys are big as shit. They got endurance and this and that. Like LeBron could go probably play tight end for Cleveland Browns and fucking catch a couple passes. Yeah. Probably.
But he was a top high school wide receiver too.
Absolutely. Randy Moss.
There's a background there.
Randy Moss, which shout out to Randy Moss. Randy Moss beat cancer.
He did.
Moss beat cancer. He has done it.
I wish we had a clap on here.
We do somewhere. It's called applause. You just got to look. You got to look through it.
I thought we were.
Yeah, right there. Yes. Shout out to Randy. Randy beat cancer. This is awesome. It's great to hear. But Randy Moss played football and played basketball. And in basketball, he was fucking dunking as like a sophomore, like freshman, sophomore in high school. And fun fact, old Jason Williams, White Chocolate, was his point guard and his quarterback. Didn't know if you knew that or not.
So he was just giving assist out all over.
100%.
Every field, every court, everything.
Yes. Yeah. And so an athlete, right? These are fucking athletes. I'm convinced. Mookie's a fucking athlete.
Mookie go bowl 300 tomorrow.
Yes.
He's done it.
Well, you don't have to be an athlete to bowl. The fuck you don't.
Shit, try. Shit.
My shoulder hurts after I get done bowling.
Elbow, landing, knee,
everything
hurts.
You have to be in some sort of athletic shape.
I mean, here's what I'll say about it. Byron Buxton to me is another Ronald Acuna. This guy is hurt all the time. But when he's healthy and, knock on wood that he stays healthy. He's played 75 games. Is that right? 73 games.
He's played 75.
He's played 73 games. On pace to play 146 this year.
Yeah.
Dude, if he can play 135 plus, this game is more exciting with Byron Buxton playing it.
Yeah.
He is a top 10 player when healthy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway.
I do want to get to this last one.
Yeah, let's get to the
Julio
last
Rodriguez is an all-star. Okay, and then before I scroll down, this is probably the most pathetic shit I've ever seen.
This is
a fan vote for sure. Chris probably took part in this, and I'm going to kick his ass for it.
Yeah,
Look at this. Now, while Julio ranks higher in the first few categories, Julio has 15 stolen bases this year. I did not know that.
Dude, just highlight the second to last one for me for Julio. And I have one thing to say about it.
There should be zero all-star with a 6, with a .6 OPS.
Yes. And it's even lower than that now.
It's a 6.47, I think.
You should not be an all-star with an OPS that starts at 6.
Nope.
Not inexcusable.
Javi's close with a 7.6.
Let me just put it this way. Joe Adele's not an all-star. OPS, 823. George Springer, not an all-star. OPS, 886. Byron Buxton, not a starter. OPS, he's on the team. Not a starter. OPS, 879.
Julio Rodriguez.
Not a starter, on the reserve list,
but
695.
Yep.
Give me a fucking break.
Absolutely.
And I get Seattle's a hard place to hit, and it sucks playing there, and da-da-da-da-da. But you got the big dumper beating all the allegations right now, okay? The big dumper is beating all the allegations that you cannot hit in Seattle.
Okay. I didn't know what allegations you were talking about, bud. I thought there was something I didn't know.
This is what I'm going to him because I don't want to talk about these clowns anymore.
All right, well, then
stupid fan voting.
I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We're
back.
I'm going to go to the big dumper because what he's doing is unbelievable. We talked about it on the last episode. I want to talk about it again because
Kyle Riley.
He is at a career high in home runs at 35 right now. We are not to the All-Star break yet.
I fucking hate that nickname, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You said it last episode.
I continue to hate it.
Dude, what he is doing is unreal from a catcher standpoint. He's still playing a
You want one?
No. He's still playing a platinum glove, which is what he won last year, by the way. Platinum glove catcher. Arguably the hardest spot on the field to play because you are in every single pitch, calling the game, knowing all the scouting reports for the pitcher, for the hitter, while doing your own scouting report for the pitcher you're going to face. What he's doing is absolutely unheard of. 35 homers, hitting in the 270s in Seattle, which everybody says you can't hit at. It's a pitcher-friendly park. Do what he's doing, and we could talk for a long time, but I just want to talk about him again for the second episode in a row because he's already had his career highs in homers. The record for homers before the All-Star break is Barry Bonds at 39. He is at 35. This record is in sight. Now, granted, he only has a couple days left to do it, so he's got to go on a heater with homers to get there. But I think he's fourth on the list right now in most homers before an All-Star break. And we've already talked about it. He's got the most for a switch hitter. He's got the most for a catcher before an All-Star break. So
You mentioned that he was a platinum glover, and I just wanted to look up how many times has a catcher won platinum glove. And I couldn't go back too far, but 2011 is the furthest I can go back. It's happened 6 times and only twice in the AL and 4 times in the National League.
probably by Yachty or Buster.
Yachty, all 4 times. Okay. Buster has not won a platinum glove. It's, I mean, this again, it's 2011, so I don't know if anything before that. But the other 2 times, 2022, Jose Trevino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the Yankees. He won a platinum glove. And then Cal last year.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
I don't want to take away from Aaron Judge. It's not me being a Red Sox guy just hating on the Yankees because what Aaron Judge is doing is also unfucking believable. But what Kyle Riley's doing at the catcher position is unheard of.
Yeah.
This is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Yep. And he's doing it still as a platinum glove catcher. This doesn't happen for that reason only. That's my current AL MVP. But, Coach, let's talk about
Bobby Jenks.
Well, I want to save that for last. I do want to mention Kershaw. Let's go up to Kershaw.
Oh, I thought we talked about Kershaw for some reason.
We did a little bit, but Mr. 3000, he is in that elusive 3000 strikeout.
Yeah, with
club
with rest in peace. Bernie Mac. He had a movie.
That was for hits.
Oh, it was for hits. Okay.
Yeah, but yes, it was called Mr. 3000. But dude, this was such an accomplishment. I thought what the broadcast team did, what the the whole situation and how it happened was perfect. They didn't put a timer on the inning to be done with. They just let him walk off the field because it was the third out of the 6th inning, pitch 100. I'm pretty sure it was his 3rd strikeout because that's what he was away going into the game. He had got to 2 strike counts in 8 of his first 11 hitters, and they ended in 0 strikeouts of those 8 of the first 11.
Yeah.
Total, he had 15 2-strike counts. Only ended with 3 strikeouts. This team, I forget who it was that he did against. I think it was the Marlins, I think. But they did not want him
it was against Marlins,
to get this record against them, obviously. He did it at home. He's the 4th ever lefty to enter 3,000. He's the 20th pitcher ever to do it, 5th ever to do it with one team. So really cool stuff here. Again, the broadcast team just let him have his moment. He walks off the field. He gets the standing ovation because obviously his day was over with. Pitch 100 in the 6th inning. His day was over. Team gets the win. He gave up 4 runs in the game. He said after the game, they interviewed him in his media session. And they're like, talk about the game a little bit. He said, yeah, it was awesome, but I probably wouldn't give up so many runs.
Yeah. But that's Kershaw.
That's Kershaw.
That is Clayton Kershaw.
Take it off of me, take the spotlight off of me because this has nothing to do with me. This has been a team thing forever since the time I got here. And, he had his wife, 4 kids, 1 on the way. He had his mom in the stands. He waved to them, blew them the kisses. Kids were going crazy. Like the broadcast team and the way they did it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The announcers weren't talking. They were just letting him have his moment, and what a cool moment. And look, I just want to talk about this first ballot Hall of Fame career because we have an MVP, a 3-time Cy Young, a Triple Crown winner, a 10-time All-Star, 2020 World Series winner. He also did it last year in 2024. He's a Gold Glover. He's a 5-time ERA title. He is the Major League Player of the Year. He has won the Roberto Clemente Award. Coach, and you know about all of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times has led the league in ERA. twice led the league in WAR, 3 times led the league in wins, 1 time led the league in win percentage, which was one of his 3 Cy Youngs and an MVP for him whenever he went 21-3 with a 1.77 ERA. This guy's been absolutely phenomenal. Led the league in innings pitched 1 year, led the league in strikeouts 3 years. The numbers say everything. I mean, this is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and the fact that you got to put your 3,000th strikeout on the board is the icing on cake.
Yeah.
This is the solidifier. Not that he needed it, but this is the solidifier for the first year that his name is on. If he retires this year, in 5 years when that name's on the ballot, that will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. 3 things. Right. I got something for you to do. I need a beer. And 2 other things. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Do you know the ratio of lefties to righties that have 3,000 strikeouts? So you said there's 20. There's 20 people, right?
Yeah.
Lefties to righties. How many lefties? How many righties?
16 righties, 4 lefties.
I'm fucking okay. Well,
did you not hear that as part of my congratulations?
Is that what you said?
If you look at the notes, it literally says 4th ever lefty.
Okay. Do you know how many people did it with one team?
5. If you look at the notes,
I got 3 on here.
you got 3.
Did it with the same team.
Oh, the one I looked at on MLB said 5. Maybe it's updated.
Okay, so let me read you the list and see if they fucking.
Right, it's 3. It's not 5. Sorry.
Nolan Ryan didn't stay with the same team. Randy Johnson didn't stay with the same team. Roger Clemens didn't stay with the same team. Steve Carlton, I don't fucking think so. Yeah, he didn't. Bert Blevin, whatever. Yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
Walter Johnson and Bob Gibson are the only other 2 to do with the same team.
Okay, fair enough.
So yes, congrats, Kersh. I have your jersey. I watched you pitch before. Like, dude, it was phenomenal. I'm so glad that he reached this milestone.
Yeah.
Please let this be your last year.
Yeah, I think
it's time. Did you see the video of him in the dugout or no in the locker room? His kids come up.
Yes.
Boy, his oldest boy, 3,000. That's awesome, Dad. Dude was so excited.
It was such a great moment.
And his other little boy did not know what the fuck was going on. He just gave his dad a hug. It was a good moment. It was a fun moment to watch. Man, that was amazing.
Speaking of sons and being excited for stuff, I want to go back to Byron Buxton here for just a second, make an all-star team.
That's fair.
Byron came out and said this just real fast, just because you talk about his son. His son, Brixton, awesome name, by the way, Brixton, Brixton. He said Brixton's probably the most excited. He plays MLB The Show, and he plays the Derby all the time. And he's always like, Dad, if you do this, I want to be the one to bring you the towel. And I'm like, as Byron Buxton, all right. That's all he cares about. He wants Dad to do it so he can bring me the towel and a Gatorade. And for me, that's special. Out of everybody that's there, all the people that he's going to see, that's what he wants and cares about. So it's the small things that add up to the big ones.
It's between that and Cal's dad pitching to him and his brother catching, which we don't know if that got approved or not. But
yeah, I don't know if that got approved or not.
But I mean, his brother's 15.
Yeah.
So that'd be sick.
Would be, yeah,
that'd be
awesome.
Sick. We've seen dads pitch. I don't think we've ever seen a dad and brother combo.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen the battery.
And we've
combo.
seen Vladdy Jr. bring Vlad Guerrero his towel and shit. Didn't know he'd be in the league. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's curious to see who the other 4 are though.
Yeah, I know. We got.
I cannot wait.
What, 4 days left? Well, we got a week.
We got till Monday.
Yeah.
Well, really, you got till like the weekend for them to announce that they're going to be in it. I still don't understand how a lot of people don't want to compete.
Pete Alonso said he is not doing it. He has come out and declined.
Pussy.
Yeah, he said he's not doing it. But speaking of good stories, one more before we get to a bad story and close this thing out. Speaking of good stories, since September 2023, Brandon Woodruff has returned to the mound with the Milwaukee Brewers, the team he's been with since he got called up in 2017. 200 or 600 and something days. Tommy John's been his issue, been recovering from that. He comes back, and coach, he just looks absolutely phenomenal. He goes out just the other day, throws 6, and just does what it's like he didn't miss a beat. I mean, it was such an impressive outing. It was so good for him. He gave up 2 hits in 6 innings, 1 run, 8 punchies, no walks. I mean, I think I saw something that said he threw.
What game is this? Do you know when this was? What date?
It was either yesterday or the day before.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, can you talk?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Pete?
Yep.
Yes. It's finally you and not me. But man, what a cool story for Woodruff here to have him back in the league. You know, he's only 32. Corbin Burns, his running mate for a few years down in Milwaukee, is out with Tommy John, as we mentioned in the last episode. So good to see Brandon Woodruff back. The celebration that he had, the outing that he had, again, it was 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. That earned run was a homer. He faced 20 guys, had 8 punchies. Just a phenomenal outing. Great to see him back on the mound. Really good stuff there. And while Coach is in the bathroom, I want to mention one more guy before we talk about this Bobby Jenks stuff, who is also back from his arm injuries over the last couple of years, and that would be Mr. All-Star, current Cy Young, in the race of the Cy Young, Texas Ranger righty Jacob deGrom. He is throwing to a 9-2 record, a 2.13 ERA, 101 innings so far, only 69 hits in those 101 innings, 24 earned runs in those 101 innings. He has 100 strikeouts to only 21 walks. What Jacob deGrom is doing in this bounce back year, finally a healthy deGrom is on the mound for the first time since really 2019 is the last time he's been healthy, which is when he led the league in WAR. He won the Cy Young. He was 10th in the MVP that league. Since then, he had 12 starts, then 15, then 11, then 6 and 3, and now he's back up to 17 starts. Jacob deGrom, 9-2 with a 2.13 record. Great to have him back in the league, back healthy, and he is doing his thing. He will be top 3 in Cy Young voting along with, well, we'll go top 4, along with Skubal, Crochet, Max Fried. Those are the guys leading the AL. Right now, I'd pick Jacob deGrom to be the AL Comeback Player of the Year. He'd be right there with the Hobbies of the world. I think I picked him too to do that, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. You have it written down, I believe.
Comeback Player of the Year.
We should have put it on the board like we did with the last few times we did.
Oh, I picked Trout. I was between Trout and him. I have Trout / deGrom.
Maybe you had deGrom and you were second on Trout.
No, because it's Trout then deGrom.
Oh, wow.
But good to have him back. But, Coach, we got to get to one more bad story and just, again, as you said, we don't like tearing down.
Which I don't know the full thing. I don't know the full story.
So the full story is the article that they put out. ESPN, this is. They put out an article, and the headline read, and this is where everybody has the issue. Bobby Jenks passed away, been dealing with cancer. The wording of the cancer is very, very tough to say, so I'm not even going to attempt to say it, but passed away this past Friday, a couple days ago. And this was the article that ESPN put out. Bobby Jenks, a 2-time All-Star pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, who was on the roster when the franchise won the 2005 World Series, died on Friday in Central Portugal, the team has announced. The issue that everybody's having, including myself, is that this says who was on the roster. No, he was not on the roster. This was an elite closer in his time, pumping 98 to a hundo, which we didn't see back in 2004, 2005, 2003. We didn't see that in that time. And he was pumping it, not to mention that he closed out the game 4 World Series sweep that the White Sox had. So, no, this is not a guy that was on the roster. This was one of the most critical parts of the team and an electric, lockdown, bona fide, elite closer in the game during his time. And the problem that everybody's having, Coach, is that this says he was on the roster when the team won the 2005 World Series.
He was a rookie that year. I don't know if you knew that or not.
But on the roster.
Yeah. Yeah,
this is an elite closer at the time. And again, a guy that came into the league big. Ozzie was the manager for the White Sox at the time. And Ozzie, the way he made the bullpen call was threw the arm up and then threw the 2 hands out. Like, bring in the big boy.
Yeah, he was listed at 6'4", 275.
This was that's a big
motherfucker, dude.
He was an absolute monster on the mound. He had, an array of, I don't know the right word I'm looking for right there.
An array of pitches? Like you talking about like a...
Just kind of like an aura about him, right?
He walked up on the mound like a Liam Doyle.
He walked on the mound,
strike you the fuck out.
And when he did, it was doors. I mean, this was a guy that was good. He's a 2-time All-Star. Again, he wasn't just on team. He closed Game 4, got the last out, got the save of the World Series for the White Sox that year. And the issue that people are having is that the article states in the headline who was on the roster.
What's crazy is, so reading the transactions of him, right? He was drafted by the Angels in the 5th round in 2000. He signed June 13th, 2000. December 17th, 2004. He was selected off of waivers by the Chicago White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
And then they proceeded to win a World Series the next year.
Yeah.
He was a rookie. He never got called up with the Angels.
No. But he pitched in 32 games that year.
Yeah.
6 saves, including Game 4 World Series that they swept.
Yeah.
And then goes on to just do absolute maniac things after that. 41 saves, 40 saves, 30 saves, 29, 27, and then pitched with the Sox for a little while, 19 games in a year, and didn't really rack up anything, only 15 2/3 innings that year in 19 games. So, but that was that time where he can come in, face a guy, and you could take him out. You didn't have to face the minimum of 3.
Yeah.
But this was, again, the issue everybody's having is that the article states Bobby Jenks, a 2-time All-Star pitcher for the White Sox, who was on the roster when the franchise won the 2005 World Series, died Friday. No, he was not on the roster. He fucking closed the game in Game 4.
He was not only on the roster.
He was a key part of that team.
Yeah.
And that's
without him, do they win a World Series?
That's the issue that everybody has.
Yeah, and I see it. I can see it. Rest up, Bobby. Battle's done, man. Anything else, Coach?
I mean, there is a lot.
Well, as of right now, we have 5 topics left.
Yes, there is one more thing I want to talk about. I meant to do this last episode.
Okay. We good.
I don't have it on the notes. I just have it in my bookmarks, and I just scrolled far enough down. We talk about sad stories, and I don't want to speculate because there hasn't been any news about this yet, but we talk about cancer. Angels manager Ron Washington is on medical leave for the rest of 2025. They didn't, again, nothing is confirmed. Nothing is said why he is, unless you can find something in the last couple of days that's come about. But man, prayers up to Ron Washington. We both love Ron as a coach. We when we taught kids how to play baseball, we watch Ron Washington videos of how to field a ground ball and how to apply tags and how to backhand and how to step over whenever you're backhanding or not step at all, or the correct way to turn double play. Ron Washington was is a critical part of any team's run to a World Series, any team that has an elite infield defense. This is you can probably look at some point Ron Washington was around that team. This is a guy that has a big history in MLB. He's been around for a very, very, very long time. And I'm crossing my fingers it's not cancer and that he'll be back healthy, but I just don't see how it's not. What is he, 80, 84, 86?
No, I don't think he's that old. I don't think he's that old, huh?
I don't know. How old is he?
I got him pulled up. Let's see. Hold on. Let me
73.
Okay.
So not quite 80s, but
no, I didn't think he was in his 80s.
I mean, but still,
he's old. He's old for sure. He was actually, fun fact, born in New Orleans.
He was.
Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a dog, dude.
Man,
my favorite video is him whenever he was with San Francisco, and he's doing the infield drills with the guy that doesn't speak a lick of English, and he's speaking nothing but English, and he's dude fucking 10 feet away with a fungo, beating balls into the ground, and this shortstop or whoever is just picking, and I'm like, oh my God, I could never.
Yeah.
I could never. But the last thing I saw is June 28th that he, like you said, he'll remain on medical leave through the end of the season. I did see something that made me giggle a little bit.
Okay.
And it was 2 days ago, and it was the interim Angels manager proves to show his incompetence nightly. So, Ron,
oh man,
get better soon.
Yeah, they need you.
Yeah, they need you, bud. They do.
Yeah, just prayers up to him and shout out to him, and we'll talk about these other ones. Oh, look, I do have him on the list. I didn't know I had him on the list.
Yeah, you do.
We'll talk about those other three at a new time because I still
probably two. Well,
I still haven't looked at 17 yet. And we'll, last one.
Well, we can talk 15 real quick, I think, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, that's good. Let's talk 15 for a second.
Yeah. Luis Ortiz. Gambling. I don't know how I feel about this one. Can we pull up video?
I sent you the video. Can you not pull up our text? Don't pull up our text.
You texted it to me. Okay, give me a second to find it. Just talk about it.
All right, so Luis Ortiz,
because we text a lot.
Yeah, it's not like we got nothing to hide on our text messages, but
well,
no, we don't have anything to hide on our text messages. Luis Ortiz is being investigated for.
I can show a picture of Coach J's.
For gambling, and he's not being well. I guess he is being investigated for gambling, but it's two pitches that I hope we can pull the video up here in just a second. It's two pitches 12 days apart from each other, one on June 15th, the other on June 27th. It was flagged by the betting integrity firm, or by a betting integrity firm. Two pitches that were not close.
Okay. So before we start this video, I just want a full disclaimer because Jay sent this to me. He screen recorded it. It's fine. But look at. Let me see if I can maybe. No, I can't expand it or whatever. Look real close because Coach Jace loves to send me stuff without turning his phone to the fucking side. All right. But you got to look real close. So there's two pitches in question here. And they were both in the second inning.
One was in the second, one was in the third.
Okay. To begin the inning. Yeah. And it was a lot of bets placed on these two pitches to be a ball.
In 3 states. And the 3 states that these massive or bigger than usual bets were placed.
Right.
I don't know what the 3 states. They're in the text messages somewhere, but I don't know who the 3 states are. But they allow you to bet pitch by pitch. Or no, I'm sorry, not pitch by pitch, but ball one, strike one, hit by pitch, hit as the first pitch of an inning. They call them
you can do that on DraftKings. You can do it on FanDuel, live bets.
Yeah.
It's live betting.
But so it was in these 3 states that the bets on these 2 specific pitches.
Okay. So the first one is here. Way out of the zone. All right. And if you didn't see it, let me show you again. Way out of the zone. Okay.
And this one's even worse.
So here's the second pitch that's in question. And here we oop. All right. So if you didn't see it, one more time. Second pitch in question. Whoop. Oh shit. All right. Yes. So with that being said, what do we think?
He's guilty. He struck out Anthony Volpe. Have you seen this video?
No, I don't think I've seen that
All
video.
right. He struck out Volpe. It was the 3rd out of the inning. Throws a slider. Strikes him out. Turns to center field. Fuck! And it's on the mic like it's a hot mic. Catches him striking out a player and yelling fuck.
But would he do that inning? Because he might have been pissed off he allowed a run or something like that. You know what I mean? It might have been a whole Trevor Bauer situation where he throws the ball over center field.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because if you blow a save right there, but he's a starter.
Yeah, he's a starter.
Right? I mean, if you blow the lead and then strike out a guy in the inning, yeah, you're probably gonna be a little pissed. You need to see the rest of the inning for context.
All right, we're gonna go pull it up.
Well, okay.
July. No, that's not it.
Let me see if I can. You give me.
I need a game by game of Luis Ortiz.
You give me a date, and I'll find the inning.
Well, I know the inning. It's whenever they played the Yankees. We got to find him playing the Yankees. Right here. I don't see the date of this.
Who does he even fucking play for?
The Guardians.
Okay. Well, Cleveland is on a fucking schneid over here. Okay.
Yeah, well,
probably because they're without him.
They are that. All right. June 4th versus. No, that can't be the right game because this.
June 4th? Wednesday, June 4th.
Nope, that's not the right game.
Oh, not the right game. Okay. Guardians did play the Yankees, though. Guardians won 4-0. Are you sure it's not the right game?
This is going to be it right here.
What game is it?
From early in the year. Early in the year, it was they lost 5-1.
What's the date? Do you have the date?
No.
How the fuck do you not have it? How is it early in the year if you don't know the fucking date? Could have been yesterday.
All right. So no, it was not yesterday. So this was in the 5th inning. And I'm sorry, this was his first out of the 5th inning. This is when he came out of the game.
Okay.
He struck Volpe out because he threw 4 1/3. Struck Volpe out, yelled fuck, got taken out. However, up to that point, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning were zeros for New York. He had given up 4 in the first, or 2 and 2 in the first and second. The next 3 innings that he pitched, zeros.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason, if you're going to yell fuck, you yell in the second inning after you've given up 4. You don't do it in the 5th when you're.
We can investigate this.
I'm just saying.
We can be investigators. So what I would like to look up is his over-under on strikeouts, what it was for that day, and see if he hit his over.
Also, that was April 23rd is what this game was.
All right. Well, look, hearing that, I think he's guilty now. But originally,
yeah, he's guilty.
My whole take was, there's no way.
Yeah, he's guilty. It's fine.
There's no way he's guilty.
It's okay.
There's no way. I didn't think he was. It's just, it is 2 pitches that were highly bet on. You know, yeah. Quit fucking betting. Quit. Just stop it. Dude, what's crazy to me is with this whole betting shit, if betting wasn't a thing, like if sports betting was not a thing, and he threw those 2 pitches, they would have never been questioned. But I guarantee if somebody told him, hey, bro, I bet you $100 in the second inning you don't go out there and throw one and hit the fucking backstop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? $100? I'm in.
here's why betting is an issue for me and why I don't agree with, you know, the whole concept of players betting against themselves or for themselves or against their team, for their team, whatever the case may be. The P Rose concept.
Okay.
Okay. Here's
so
why.
Against Pete Rose making Hall of Fame?
No, hell no. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He's fucking should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Understood.
It's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Yep.
Here's the problem that I have with it in 2025. Turn on MLB Network, turn on Sirius XM MLB.
Oh,
whatever.
I know this is going.
They are making bets left and fucking right.
They show you the odds for the day.
They show you the odds for the day. They are doing a whole thing. All right. Watch a game. On the back of the mound, it's not painted on the mound because the TV, the camera puts it there.
Right.
It says DraftKings. This commercial is sponsored by DraftKings. This stat I'm pulling up sponsored by DraftKings.
ESPN Bet, FanDuel,
ESPN Bet, FanDuel,
MGM, name it, it's on there.
You shouldn't bet against yourself ever.
No, if
because
anything,
you're
you're
trying,
over.
Yeah, you're trying to lose the game. If you're betting against yourself, you're trying to lose the game. Period. Plain and simple. If you're doing what Pete Rose was doing, you're betting you're gonna fucking win.
Yeah. You don't ever bet your over under. Bet like 2+ hits or 5+ strikeouts.
Yeah.
Right. Don't ever bet your under.
Yeah. And dude, it's happening everywhere. I don't know if you saw Malik Beasley, Detroit Pistons point guard. He's under investigation for betting in NBA games.
What about the stuff? That college player? The reason that we can't do college bets anymore, college prop bets anymore for any sport is because of the basketball player that bet his under in points, which was like fucking 10.5, and he ended up getting 9 and getting sent to the free throw line. He made the first one, bricked the second one, then faked the injury.
Dude, it's becoming more and more popular now. We're seeing more and more people under investigation and across all sports for betting.
Temptation. Just temptation is what it is.
But you're making millions of dollars.
You wouldn't want to make more?
I wouldn't have the need to make more.
I get it, but is he a young guy? Is he in his rookie contract? You know what I mean? So. Like it's.
But maybe.
And he's also probably sending money to his family.
No, he's not a rookie because he got traded.
You can get traded as a rookie, bud.
No, he got traded a couple times.
You can get traded a couple times as a rookie.
I hate you. No, he is not a rookie. He was with Pitt for 3 years.
He might still be on a rookie contract.
Rookie contract?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
He is still on his original
rookie deal.
Yeah, it's not really a rookie deal, but yeah, that's
he's making league men.
Yeah, he's like yeah.
Correct.
All right, Coach. Well, I think that's it. We'll save them last two for maybe the next episode.
I think we need to kind of save one of those for like
later.
Well, it's college.
Yeah.
So next,
save 16 for a little bit later.
Yeah, and then the All-Star. We're gonna do an All-Star episode because I got an outfit I want to wear.
Okay.
And then that's when we'll go over. You want to do that this weekend, like Sunday, before the Derby? Release it on the Derby.
Yeah, I should be back in town Sunday. Yeah, it's good.
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah,
but
all right, take us on out, Coach.
Anyway. Coach Jay's drinking water. He hadn't had to pee one time this episode.
But I do have to pee right now.
Okay. Well, look, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank y'all so much. And like, share, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you got to do. If you don't, it is what it is. But we do appreciate everybody that tunes in, everybody that comments, everybody that likes, subscribe. Let us know if you want to be the first person to fight the gorilla or the last person out of 1,057 people to be inside Bonnie Blue. That'd be a really good controversial topic.
And you know what we can start next time with? Snubs, since we didn't get to them today.
I thought we got to a lot of them.
Well, we got to the comparisons to
okay. So we'll go All-Star episode.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we'll do an All-Star episode Sunday.
All-Star episode
Done.
Sunday. That's it. Done. That's what we're doing.
All-Star episode.
All-Star episode coming up.
Also, All-Stars MLB The Show coming Friday. If you got the cards.
Also, NCAA football pre-order today. The date the release date is actually on the 10th. I'm getting mine Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, you should get it.
Okay. Anyway,
thank you all our followers. Thank you to everybody that listens, likes, shares, subscribes, comments, all that good shit. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. This has been Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered.